Life is always changing, things are always changing in everybody's lives, and I know that people have always, been very, I guess, against things changing very often because people are comfortable where they are, but, the thing about life is that things are always going to change. Things will not always stay the same, and even, throughout our lives, like, not one thing will always be the same forever. And I think that's something that's kind of hard for some people to accept because obviously people don't like change. And, I used to be like that a lot too, where I didn't really like change very much. I was always very against it and didn't really like how things were always just kind of changing. Things were always different. Because I'm one of those people that, used to really love how things used to be when I was younger, what it was like being a kid and, kind of just missing how things used to be, like games, movies, shows, just all of these different things have all just, the whole, like, culture of everything has changed since then, whether it's for the better or not. And I think a lot of people can agree that people do miss how things used to be, and I know that I've, expressed myself in that way to also be the same way, and I know nostalgia is, very, very big in a lot of things, and I know nostalgia is not a good thing all the time. And I know that nostalgia can also just really, kind of make us forget on how things used to be, and just kind of blind us. And to be fair, like, it's not always bad, when you feel nostalgic for something, because not everything was bad. Some things were actually pretty good. It just sucks that, uh, geez, sorry. That, like, things will never be the same. Like, I do miss, like, my earlier childhood, like, going to school, like, I really liked 7th and 8th grade. Like, those are my two best years of school I think I've ever had, especially 8th grade. But, obviously, we're never going to go back to that. And it is what it is, I've accepted that, and that, honestly, me personally, as time has gone on, I've actually learned to accept how things are and how things are going to be different. How things change. Because also, it's not even just like, media that changes. It's mainly because people change. People change. People grow up. People are growing as a person. Obviously, they change. If you, because say this, like, if you are a certain type of person and then you kind of start changing, it's because you're growing. Because you can't really grow as a person if you're not changing anything at all. You know, it doesn't make sense. So obviously, people are changing. People are growing. People want to explore new things, do different things, and honestly, I've gotten up to the point where I've accepted that fact that things will never be the same. And in a way, I kind of like that things are changing. I used to be really against change, but as time has gone on, and as I've been growing up, honestly, you guys, I've been really accepting change a lot more because you got to realize that everyone is going down, their own paths in life, and that things will change in their lives. So people get different jobs. People go to different schools, or people won't go to school. People get really great opportunities. Some won't. Some people will, you know, uh, pretty much, what is it? A lot of the hard work that they put in doing whatever they're trying to do will pay off. Some people will be successful. Some people won't. People will do different things. Like, there's a lot of things that we could do in this world, and the fact that people are always changing and doing different things obviously makes it easier for people to obviously change. Like how just people change as a person. As we grow up, we go through experiences throughout life that change us, and like, say, like, even like people are moving to different places, like people move out or people move to different places. It makes it all feel like that. Yes, things are always changing, and things aren't going to stay the same. And honestly, for a long time, I used to really not like change, like I said, but the reason why I've been accepting it more is the fact that the more I experience change, the more I'm actually kind of excited to see what comes next. And the fact that, honestly, like, once we get to that change, I know sometimes it'll take a moment to get used to it, but once some time, like, passes, you start to realize it's really not that bad. And honestly, like, it's really not that, like, bad, when things are very different, because obviously I know, like I said, I really liked 7th, 8th grade, I didn't really like high school, and I didn't like the change, and I really wish I could go back, but the more time passes, the more I kind of accept the fact that, I'd rather just not go back. Like, would I go back to re-experience it? Of course, those were great times, but honestly, I'm actually really okay with how things are now. Like, I know I complain a lot, and I know that, right now, school's been rough. I don't like school that much right now. My job, pretty rough sometimes, so yeah, things are, like, rough in general, and I deal with a lot of dumb stuff, but, like, honestly, like, I just really am glad that things won't always stay the same, because I know eventually I'll be done with school, eventually I'll move on from that job, things are gonna be different eventually. And I know it's gonna take some time, but I just gotta have that patience. And I know it's gonna suck, but honestly, I'm just glad that I know that eventually things will change and that things can get better. Because right now, this is all only temporary, I'm still very young, because the thing is that I also see a lot of younger people kind of, you know, panic about is that they think that they're running out of time. And I get those moments where I feel that too, but we gotta all realize that we're all pretty young and we still have so much time left in our lives that honestly something like we're not running out of time. And that honestly we have more time in the world than ever. And that things will change, eventually. Because things aren't always gonna stay the same. I know things may seem tough and that, things may not seem to be going the way, you want it to be going, but eventually you're gonna realize that things will change, and you're gonna really kind of appreciate the change. Let's see. There we go. Oops, I cannot find my cursor, but yeah, just kind of like going through change has just always been a big thing because honestly, like, I've already, told you guys about like school and all that, high school and all that. Like, I've already graduated high school, went straight to college as my like second year in college, so obviously I graduated in 2023 if you guys just, do the math. But, I never would have thought I'd actually be in the position that I am right now, 3 years after, because, I mean, I thought college, like, I thought, by now I'd already be, like, halfway through college. I'm not even close to being halfway through college, and that kind of sucks to think about. And it really sucks because I wish I could be done with school, like, really soon, but, I'm not. But at the same time, I can't really be too mad about it because, you know, eventually I will be out of school, and, it's not like I'm running out of time. If I do things right, I could finish school in, like, 4 years. Which I know that sucks, it takes 4 years, but, like, once those 4 years pass, I still have so much more time in my life after that. I have enough time to get a job, you know, to be able to live my life the way I want. To still spend time with all my loved ones, my friends, my family, especially since, with me and my friends being all still pretty young, we still have that time to be able to spend time together, and to hang out. And it's really nice, and I really I am grateful for it because honestly, I know like the older we get, the less time we're gonna have, and I know that eventually, me and my friends, we probably won't be able to spend time together as much anymore, which is gonna suck because I really like to spend time with them, but I know eventually it's gonna happen, that we're rarely gonna be able to spend time together, but I know that we're gonna be friends for a long time. It just sucks that, like, as we grow up, and as things change, we're gonna have responsibilities to take care of, and of course, it's gonna mean that we're gonna have to spend less time together, and, it's not like it's the end of the world, it's just, I just really hate that thought because, I really like spending time with my friends and even, like, my family, like, I know eventually things are gonna change, where I'm gonna be busy I'm gonna eventually have to move out from my parents because I can't live with them forever, you know. I know that they definitely want me to eventually move out, and they wouldn't want me to, you know, to live here forever, but I know that, you know, even though I move out, of course I'm gonna, you know, come visit and spend time with them, you know. It's just the fact that change is gonna be happening. It's just something that I really hate to accept, but you know, like I've said, over time I've just learned to accept it, and you know, I really like change. I'm really excited to see how things go because, I mean, me in high school, you know, graduating, I never thought I'd be here doing college. You know, I didn't think I would actually still, I'd be doing engineering right now, you know, and like, or pursuing that, you know, in school, you know, studying for engineering. I never thought I would still be working in the fast food industry right now because obviously that's one of the few jobs that allow, that work with, you know, be having like a flexible schedule with my school and all that, you know, with college. And you know, it sucks, but like, you know, I'm just doing what I can to make sure I'm actually able to go to school, you know. And thing is that, you know, I did the one thing I definitely didn't think I'd be doing right now is YouTube. I never would have imagined me sitting here making videos every single day while I'm doing college and working, and I honestly never would have expected me to ever do this ever, you know, in the future. And the fact that it would also be successful, because I remember I've been wanting to do YouTube for a long time, and I remember when I first tried it in my first semester of college, it didn't work out, and I didn't think it'd ever work out afterwards, but this channel has been working out. And, you know, I'm really excited to see what happens in the future and what I change, what I do, you know, once this channel becomes bigger, and I just can't wait to see what happens. And, you know, I've been gaining so many subscribers, so a lot of new people have been joining, and it's just been really cool to see all this kind of unfold as I keep going, you know? And that really my hard work is starting to pay off right now. And honestly, I'm just really glad. I'm really happy about it, you know? And I can't wait to see, you know, what happens next. And hopefully, you know, my YouTube keeps growing at this pace for the foreseeable future. And hopefully, uh, hopefully things don't go in any, like, negative direction. You know, like, that's all anyone can hope for. Hope for. Sorry. But, but yeah, anyways. That's all I really wanted to talk about in this video. I just really wanted to bring up the fact that things are changing, you know, and that I kind of like it, you know. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this video, though, you guys. If you guys made this far into the video, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye, guys.